Yo, what up guys, OPTCG Daniel here, back at it again with a deck profile video. So today we're gonna do a favorite. It is blue-purple Kaido. Everyone really loves this leader, and I agree with you, it's a pretty dope leader. It's a blue-purple, 5000 power, 4 life, Dawn 1, your turn, once per turn. When your opponent's character is KO'd, add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So every time you KO something, you just gain a Dawn, so you will ramp up pretty quickly. And ignore my fingers, they are super dry as you can see. Super gross, but yeah, let's go right into the deck profile. For our 1 costs, we play of course 4 times Who's Who, the searcher for the Animal Kingdom Pirates card. Sadly, this card isn't purple, if else the mono Kaido was perfect, that was my main OPL 1. But yeah, it's a 1 cost, 2k, 1000 counter. On play, look at 5 cards on top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Animal Kingdom type pirate card other than Who's Who, add it to your hand, place the remaining at the bottom in a order. So it's just your 1 drop searcher for your entire archetype. Then we go into other 1 cost, it is 4 times Kaya. So Kaya is here for 2k counter, but also we play a lot of high cost cards, also non-counters, so you wanna dig through your entire deck pretty quickly. So that's why we play Kaya. It's a 1 cost, 0 power, 2000 counter. On play, draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand. It's not searchable, but still it's just a 2k counter, or you have to redo your hand. Then into the 3 costs, we play 4 times Sasaki. Like I said, this deck is just draw, and get the combo pieces that you need, because we are looking for 1 particular card, which you probably know. But yeah, it's a 3 cost, 4k power, 2000 counter. On play, return all cards from your hand to the deck, then shuffle your deck, then draw cards equal to the number of cards you returned to the deck. So this is basically just an extra mulligan. So if you start, you take the first top 5 cards, they're bad, you mulligan, you shuffle, you get another 5 cards, they're bad, but this one's in it. You can just play this and then reshuffle your entire deck, and then just get the 4 cards in your hand that you need, or 5, depending how many you have in your hand, of course. So yeah, it's just a quick 2k counter, but also a really good way to mulligan and find the cards you need. Then into our 4 costs, we play 4 times Ulti. So Ulti is the newest addition to this deck from OPL 5. They definitely needed this card. This card is insanely good. No idea why no other multicolor blue decks play it, but still, it's a 4 cost, 5k, so decent body, 1000 counter. On play, if your leader is multicolored, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 of those cards, then place the remaining at the top or bottom of the deck in any order. So you don't need to reveal, it isn't locked, so you can get every card you want in the top 3. And if you need all of them, you can just put them at the top in any order you want, and then play Kaya, draw the 2 cards, and then discard 2. So this one is really good with the drawing cards, and also pretty good, and it's ulti, can't complain. Then into our other 4 costs, we only play 3 times the blocker law from the starter deck. So this law is here because you want to be safe when you drop your big bodies, of course. And also just to rip out cards from your opponent's hand. It's a 4 cost, a 5k blocker, 1000 counter. On play, Dawn -1. If your opponent has 7 cards in their hand, you choose 2 and they trash it. So this can really screw up the opponent if they miss 2 combo pieces that you sell out of the hand. Pretty good, and also just a blocker. And you can attack with it if you want to. Then for other 5 costs, or now we go into the 5 costs I should say. We play 4 times X-Drake. X-Drake is almost the same as the law blocker, but it's on play, Dawn -1. Choose 1 card from your opponent, they trash it. Oh no, your opponent trashes 1 card, so they choose. But still really good, so if you want to reduce their hand size, if you want to go for game, but they have like 4k counter in hand to 2ks, you just snipe 1 away from them, and you can hit for 7 for a guaranteed game. Like, those situations come up, or if you want to hit into bodies, but you think, okay, they have some cards, you can just play this, snipe a card, or they trash a card. Almost all the same. But yeah, it's searchable by the Who's Who, because it's an Animal Kingdom Pirates type. It's a 5 cost, 5k, 2k power. You want to use it for 2k power or for the effect, nothing else really. But yeah, really good card. I will definitely add this to my purple Luffy, instead of, what was the name again? The chick from Water 7. Ah well. Then we go into other 5 costs. We play 4 times Queen. Queen, yeah, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. On play, don -1, draw 2 cards, trash 1 card. It's just a really good blocker, searchable. If you combo this with another card in the end game, or if you're at 10 dons, you can play 2 of them, you draw 4, discard 2. So yeah, do your math. Really good card, and you can just absorb the 5k swings. Then for other 5 costs, we play 2 times the Eustas Captain Kit from OPO5. It's a really good card, but it is like a Onigashima on a smaller size, because when you don minus, you get 1 don back instead it's active. You could put it up to 4 if you want to, but I think 2 is pretty enough in this deck, because you want to search for Onigashima. And still, with your leader, you can get a don back. With Onigashima, you can get a don back. And with this, you can also do it. But if you don't have any of them, that's kind of overkill. So do what you want to do with this card. You can combo it off with some other cards, of course, to gain more dons back. So you can play other stuff. But I think 2 is enough for this deck. Then we go into the 6 cost. We play, of course, 3 times King from the starter deck ST4, Animal Kingdom Pirates. This card is really good at removing 4 cost bodies or lower, because it's a 6 cost, 7k, and we like 7ks against 5k leaders. On play, don -1, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. So if your opponent is Sakazuki, they play a Kuzan, the 4 drop, you just play this, pop it without getting them any -4 when attacking, or on the Rebecca blocker or some other blockers, you just want to drop this or annoying cards, maybe like on the brand new, so they cannot use Hellhound, etc, etc. Really good card, and yeah, just a 7k beater is insane. Then we go into the 7 costs. We do play 3 times Captain Eustace Kit from the starter deck, 3 captains. It's a good card because it's just a on play when attacking, don -1, your leader gains 1000 power until the end of your next turn. Till the start of your next turn. So on your opponent's turn, you're a 6k leader, essentially, so you're like a Whitebeard. And yeah, it's just a good card, and you can combo it off with the leader ability, with the 5 cost kit, or with Onigashima to get the don back, so yeah, good card. Then we go into the 9 costs. We, of course, play 3 times 9 cost Kaido. In this meta, you want rush cards. This is our only rush we have, and still it's a really good end card slash boss character, however you want to call it, because it's a 9 cost, 10k. 10k is really hard to remove. On play, don -5, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less, then this card gets also rush. You don't have to KO, you can just do don -5 and then still get the rush part. So know your rulings. Really good card to end games or remove bodies. Then we go into the 10 costs. We do play 2 of the new Kaidos. Like I said, we draw a lot, and this card is just draw power on steroids. It's a 10 cost, 12k, so insane stats. On play, draw 4 cards if your opponent has 3 or less life cards. So yeah, draw 4. What if you draw 4 2ks, or you draw a lot of blockers that you need, or you need to get your combo pieces? This card just overwhelms your opponent, and it's just a 12k beater on the field. It's also searchable because it's an Animal Kingdom Pirates type, of course. Let me double check. Yeah. And then for our last 10 cost, the most feared card in all of OPO1 format, we play 2 times 10 drop purple Kaido. It's a 10 cost, 12k. On play, don -6. Blow up the entire field except for this card. So this card is really bad against black, because black cards like Borsellino, Sabo, they avoid this card, cannot be KO'd. But still, if you drop this when you're healthy, you don't want to drop this when you're low on health, by the way, if also you're just dead, because this will take your entire turn. It cannot combo with your leader effect, because your leader has no don on it to get a don back. And also, the 5 cost kit doesn't help with this card, because the 5 cost kit is removed from field before this card officially resolves. So you don't get any don back, and yeah, you want to play this when you're healthy, when you can just clear the board, or when you need board presence, or like your opponent has an entire board, like red-green kit, red-purple kit, or no, red-purple law, sorry, both law. But you can play this when you're healthy. If you have blockers the next turn, you can play. If you can ramp up, you can just build your board again really quickly, and still also really good. So you have 4 10ks with insane effects. Then we go into the event cards. We play, of course, 4 times Gum Gum Jet Gatling. We play a lot of non-counts in the deck. Like you saw, we play a lot of high cost cards with no counters, so this card is definitely needed in this deck. 0 cost, if you know it, I love 0 cost. I gotta include them in every deck profile that I do. Your turn, you may, or no, counter, you may trash 1 card from your hand up to one of your leader or characters, gain 3000 power during this turn. And if you trigger it, you can just add a Don from your Don deck and set it as active, so you can ramp, but still you want to use it to discard it. Don't be afraid if you have 2 in hand to use 1 with the other one, so you just discard 2 of them. Don't be afraid of that. It's one of the best targets, and also just one of the high costs you will never use. And then for the last cards in the deck, of course, we play 4 times Onigashima. Onigashima is just a really good, insane, overpowered, epic card. It's a 3 cost, activate main, you may rest this stage. If your leader has the Animal Kingdom Pirates type, add 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. So whenever you go minus, you just rest it, you get the minus Don back and rest it. Whenever you want to ramp. Whenever you use effects like with your leader and this and kit, you get like 3 Dons back if you manage to KO anything. So you will definitely ramp up really quick and go to end game real quick to use your big bodies in the field. That is the entire deck profile for Blue Purple Kaido. Yeah, it's a fan favorite. Who doesn't like to blow up boards? I do. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like it, give it a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you want to see more content, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.